All right, guys, we're back for another hour of the Let's BS. Everybody came back once again, and we appreciate you guys downloading and listening, giving us an hour of your time. I know sometimes it'll bore you. I've been told multiple times about the list last episode, so try to cut back on, stupid stuff. But we're going to dive back in. We got Dustin and Zane with us, so I want to bring up these masks because it feels like it's supposed to be a new normal with these masks.
Still not wearing one.
Still not wearing one?
You're just going to go without, forever?
I mean, until they tell me I have to wear one, force me to wear one. They told me I had to, but
But they're not going to enforce it.
Yeah.
So.
If I get a ticket, maybe.
I'm on the let's just do it bandwagon. Why not? I don't have one yet, but I'm going to get one. My granddaddy called me today and said he had a couple extras. I was like, score. I don't have to go find one.
You're just one step getting a chip put in you, man.
Yeah, man, I don't care. Put a chip in me. My life sucks anyway.
I believe the whole chip thing. I feel like we're one step closer.
Yeah.
To with the chip.
I mean, that's a real concern that people have. But
yeah, I'm more into the herd immunity thing.
I think if they say everybody should get a vaccine, then everybody should get the vaccine because
I agree with that
keeps
too.
Everybody safe. But no, there's some people that are the tinfoil hat wearers that think mandatory vaccines are the same thing as putting the mark of the beast on you and stuff like that. And it's crazy out there.
Well, I understand that. I mean, I understand there are those people, but I'm saying that you're potentially hurting your immune system for wearing the mask, not getting a little bit of sick,
No, I don't think that's a thing. With this thing, you either get sick or you don't. I mean, you can get it.
No, you get it and not sick.
Yeah.
So there must be a middle ground there.
I mean, I don't think there's a little bit of
survival of the
COVID-19
fittest
out there.
Survival of the fittest.
Well, if it is, I ain't betting on me, baby.
But I believe I'm more of today's age where it's about me. And Dustin, you work in an environment where it's going to get hot as shit.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a mask. I don't wear a hard hat if I can help it. So
we're kind of where I work. We're kind of forced to wear these masks, and dude, I'm absolutely dreading it.
You mess with food, so I prefer you to wear a mask.
Yeah, but why? This whole time I've been working, I haven't been forced to wear a mask. So
that just makes me wish I had
known. But I don't understand why all these essential workers are now forced to wear a mask when they've been doing jobs.
I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I guess it's just one of those things where it slips through the crack. I mean, how are you going to be like, okay, whoever's been out so far, you could just keep on trucking without a mask? Well,
I feel like Andy needs to do something because, Zane, the first podcast we talked, you were still kind of holding on to Andy Brashear, the governor of Kentucky. I've been getting a lot of slack back for not saying who the person is, but you were real hard on Andy, and I feel like everybody has absolutely turned their back on Brashear.
I think a lot of people have, but there's a lot of them still out there that support him. I still support him. I think he's just doing the right thing. I don't blame him one bit.
So you're good with wearing the mask and doing whatever you're told?
Yeah, man. I think as long as it keeps everybody safe, I'm not into people dying. So I'm not into the whole everybody fend for yourself kind of thing. I think we ought to look out for our neighbors. And I think wearing a mask just helps do that. It's not that big of an inconvenience. It sucks for Dustin out there working pavement. I get it not wanting to wear a mask, especially while you're on the job. But when I go to the store or something, it's not that big a deal to me. If it helps even one person not get it, then I'm cool with it. It's just a paper mask.
I can't do it. I just feel like this whole ordeal has shown me how easy it would be to create a cult.
Oh, yeah, it's already easy to create a cult. People are stupid, man. They follow charismatic leaders. I mean, that's what it is. You got charisma. You're somebody that people want to listen to. You get people to do whatever you want.
But that's all Andy is. Andy comes up with this wholesome person. And
he's not charismatic.
He's charismatic.
No, I think he's boring.
Yeah, he's absolutely boring, and that's one reason that I think he's cool because he's not old man boring like Joe Biden. I mean, he's at least interesting because he's insane.
Well, see, this is probably stupid, absolutely stupid. But the reason why I'm not on the Biden train is because
nobody should be.
It's because I look back and rappers are usually able to bring in the president into the rap. I mean, you had people rapping about Bush. Everybody was rapping about Obama. People are rapping about Trump. how the fuck are you going to incorporate something clever into Biden that doesn't involve touching children?
You can talk about sniffing hair and just...
Yeah, all the creepy shit he does. Plus, he's a mental patient. Like, the dude's lost his marbles. He's old.
He's just old.
Yeah. Did you know that no matter whether it's Donald Trump or Joe Biden that gets elected, they will both be the oldest president to ever be inaugurated at the time?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, either one of them wins.
I don't
we
feel
have
like
the oldest, whitest dude in history, no matter which one of them wins.
I don't know about whitest. Trump's pretty orange. But,
yeah.
But I just don't feel like Trump's that old. You look at him and you don't
He already holds the record for the oldest president ever inaugurated, and now he can beat his own record, or Biden can beat his previous record.
Yeah.
I
feel like if there was ever a time for an independent to win, this is the year, but it won't happen.
It won't work. The system's not set up for it.
Because I'm not a Trump thumper. I mean, I think the dude's doing his best, but I'll probably get attacked on that. But this election, to me, seems like it's going to be the absolute.
Well, my thing is, I don't think he's trying to hurt himself. I mean, I do think he's trying to do his best. His best just isn't great.
Yeah.
But you could say that with any president.
Yeah, you can say that with anybody.
You can find a flaw.
You can say that with Andy Bashir, bringing it back to that. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe he's not. I mean, we're doing pretty well, though. Kentucky is as a state compared to the rest of the states. But he's just doing his best. That's all you really can do. I mean,
I'm just ready for everything to open back up. I'm tired of being at home.
Yeah, that does suck, especially trapped with 2 children. I love my children, but damn, dude, I don't know if you guys are going through it with the whole. And this is, again, not good at words, so I get pre-reference this. Is that what you mean?
How about just say segue into it?
I'm going to segue into that. I think teachers are doing a great job, but I don't know if you guys have messed around with this NTI stuff where we're supposed to be doing it with our kids.
Yeah, my daughter's in 1st grade. She's 6 this year, so we've been doing it ever since it started. And I tell you, it's hard to keep a 6-year-old motivated to keep doing schoolwork while she's at home on the couch still in her jammies.
Yeah, I got a 4-year-old doing preschool work that they have said that doesn't matter if they turn it in.
Yeah.
And she sees the iPad come out and she's like, I want to watch A for Adley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what Sydney watches and everything else that is absolutely not schoolwork. And she's like, no, we're not at school.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, Dad?
At first, her school was sending paperwork home.
Uh-huh.
You would go pick it up like once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it'd just be a big packet. And she loved doing her schoolwork that way.
See, we regret not doing that from the jump. We did it digitally from the start, and we absolutely wish we had done paper packets.
Yeah, and once they said, we're putting everybody in danger from, just handing everything back and forth, let's just go straight digital. Olivia did not care one bit about her homework.
Yeah. I think that's where Blaine's at. I absolutely love my family. I love coming home. But the other day I walked in and, I was excited, getting ready to see the boys, see the wife. And I got to the back porch and I just heard screaming. I mean, screaming from all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I walked in and I seen my poor wife sitting there trying to cook dinner. She's trying to do her schoolwork. She's got a 6-year-old asking her, "Hey, TT, what is this? What does this mean? What does this mean?" And I've gone through that stuff, and I'm not as smart as a 1st grader. I'm not, man. Because
it's hard for you to help him with his math homework.
It's hard for me to help his homework because I'm sitting there trying to. I guess I'm a watcher, not a reader. So somebody's got to show me how to do something before I'm able to do it. And it has just been an absolute clusterfuck. Like, that's one thing I'm ready just to be over with.
My wife has taken the lead on the NTI, and it's been awesome for me. I mean, it sucks for her, but, like, I've helped out some, but she's really been the one that's been driving it home. And Sydney, I mean, she's fighting the whole way. She's just grabbing onto whatever she can to just not do her homework. We've taken her tablet away we're like, look, if you're not going to do homework on it, you're not going to have it. Like,
right.
It doesn't work. Like,
I've tried to do some of it, and I get more frustrated, like, trying to explain, because her work is simple. Like I said, she's in preschool. She's 4. You have to match this and this, okay? And she knows how to do it, and it not work just right. And then I try to do it and not work just right, and I want to throw it through the fucking wall, and I can't show her my frustration.
Right.
So it's just better for Cassie to deal with it.
We have the opposite problem. Like, neither me nor Leah get frustrated at the work itself because it's not hard. I mean, she's in first grade, so even the math stuff. And what really sucks is she nails it. She knows exactly what to do, but she plays like she doesn't and fusses and fights.
Motherfucker. So does Blaine.
Oh man, it's like I don't know how to do it. It's like, yeah, you do. You just did it on the last problem, no issue, but now you're mad, so you're not gonna do it. And it's frustrating because, like I said, she aces all of it. She gets every single one of them right, and yet she still just kicks and claws the whole way through it.
Well, speaking of wanting to be dead, did y'all see about the I guess he was a child soccer star.
Oh, yeah.
That, I'm not even going to try his name. You can look him up. But
it's Kimba or something like that.
I couldn't even try it. But he faked his own death in a car accident in 2016 and just...
I thought it was like 2006 or something.
No, it was 16. Oh. He was gone for 4 years before he was discovered.
Oh, yeah.
But it makes me wonder, if you were semi-famous, recognizable, not necessarily,
I mean, he was
LeBron
a pro
James.
Soccer star in like Europe or whatever, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't
and he's
Ronaldo.
But he's from like Congo.
He's from the Congo.
Yeah.
And his family moved to Germany, and he became a soccer star as a kid.
Yeah.
But never flourished into a professional
And now he's like in
icon.
his 30s.
Right. But my question is to you. We're not super famous, but you're famous enough that you're recognizable. And let's just say that you've got 10 grand in your pocket. You don't have family to worry about. How are you disappearing?
You don't for a while. You got to get older. I mean, that's really all you can do. And the reason I say that is you think sometimes, you could never disappear. But there's more semi-famous people. If you don't have a real distinguishable look, like when you get older, you may look like a different person. And I've learned that watching The Last Dance documentary series because it's interviewing everybody now. And, I mean, even Horace Grant, you look at him and you're like...
he still looks the same except for he doesn't have goggles.
Well, maybe it's the goggles throwing me off, but he looks pretty different to me.
He's jacked.
Yeah, he is.
He's beefy.
But any of, especially the centers, it's shown, Bill Cartwright and Will Perdue. Well, Will Perdue still kind of looks the same. But, those dudes, there's a lot of them, it's you wouldn't recognize him just walking down the street and be like, oh, shit, that's Bill Cartwright.
But let's just say you had to come up with a plan and leave right then.
Yeah.
I
would say you would go somewhere. If I was him, I definitely wouldn't have stayed in the Congo, and I wouldn't have gone back to Europe. I'd go over to, America where nobody gives a shit about soccer, so nobody knows who the hell he is.
Well, let's say that you're famous for something that is cared about to where, like I said, you are recognizable here.
Yeah.
How would you disappear? I think I have an okay plan.
Let's hear it.
I would go the Timothy McVeigh route.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You're not ever supposed to say those words together.
But I'm not blowing anything up or sending anthrax letters or anything like that. Just a shack in the woods in Wyoming or Montana, just where there's...
So the Ted Kaczynski route.
Well, yeah, Ted Kaczynski. Yeah, I guess. I went wrong.
The Unabomber.
Wrong bomber.
Wrong domestic terrorist.
Yeah, exactly.
Timothy was a little wild.
Both of them were wild.
Yeah, I bet.
But I'm not writing a manifesto or anything. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I mean, totally cabin in the woods for a couple years at least, minimum.
But do you think there's a better idea?
Hide in plain sight or plastic surgery?
You can't tell nobody. No,
you
nobody
only have
can
10
fucking
grand.
knows.
Oh, 10 grand? That's nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
With that.
You can't.
You can't disappear with that if nobody knows who the hell I am, and I couldn't disappear with 10 grand.
I don't think 10 grand's enough money to disappear. Maybe in the Congo, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not in the good old US of A, baby.
But if you're, I'm saying you're just fur trapping and selling them,
Get the fuck out of here with fur trapping in 2020. Go live in a cabin in fucking Alaska, man.
Yeah, I'm saying you just disappear, go off the grid.
That's not for. I guarantee you, some dude that grew up in the Congo is not going to go to Alaska and live off of trapping beaver tails.
I don't think he's going to do either. But,
What about jumping on a cargo ship and going to the Philippines?
What
or
is
something
this,
like
1871 or what the fuck?
I don't know. He doesn't. He's not. I would feel like
I'll just live off the land. This is what I'll do. You can't do that.
Okay,
anymore.
you had 10. No, I'm saying jumping on a cargo ship.
Yeah.
And going to the Philippines where 10 grand is a lot of money, and you're transferring it to ruples or whatever the hell it is.
I think that's a different country, man.
But still, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you go somewhere that doesn't have any money, and you've got yours, and then you can
live okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's a better route than just trying to live off the grid?
Yeah, I mean, I do. Like I say, get the hell out of Dodge. If you're gonna disappear and fake your death, don't leave it up to somebody to see you that would recognize you at all. That is the number one concern. That's why they don't put witness protection people in their own neighborhoods.
I mean, do you think Dawn? What did Dawn do?
Who's Don?
Yeah, remember we got
Tiger King, baby. I mean, Dawn's a household name now.
He was heading out to Costa Rica.
I know.
I don't think he faked his death.
Yeah, I think he got fed to a tiger.
Wouldn't it be some fucking shit?
Hey, that's what I did see a meme about that said, here's Don sitting on a beach in Costa Rica watching Carol get put away for his murder.
That's got to be an ultimate fuck you. I mean,
yeah.
if Don is alive and Carol didn't kill him, which I'm about 95% sure he did, that's an ultimate fuck you.
Yeah, the reason I think he's dead is because she got all the money. You don't fake your death and leave the money to the person.
Yeah, you gotta take some of it at least.
Yeah.
And she got it all.
Yeah, so there's no way he's alive.
So another thing I saw was Mike Tyson's thinking about making a comeback.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Well,
I've seen
He
that.
won't.
I've
He
seen
won't do
it.
it.
He was offered $20 million for the fight.
Doesn't matter.
He was told not to do it.
Did
though.
you? I heard him talk to Joe Rogan for like 2 hours.
Yeah, but he
and-
was talking about wanting to build his pot community
Yeah,
and
his
stuff
ranch.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he talked about like he doesn't want the beast inside of him to wake up. That's why he don't even hit a bag hardly anymore.
He is
and
now
stuff.
though. He's starting
Yeah.
to train again.
I know, and that's
so,
scary to begin
So that's
with.
why they're saying he was offered $20 million to
For
fight.
$20 million, would you let Mike Tyson punch you in the face?
Well,
No.
I was yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Fuck.
It's
No,
not
I mean,
worth it.
that comes with brain damage.
I don't
mean, that
care.
I'm not going to be able to enjoy that.
Listen.
You're a dead man if you walk into the ring with
That's
Iron
fine.
Mike at 100 years old. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, that's fine. Here's my thought. What are we working for? You work to make your family live better.
Yeah.
You're gonna die at the end of it anyway.
Just hurry it all up at once and get more than you
Get
would've
more
made.
than I'll ever make
Yeah.
in one swing.
Yeah, but the problem is, what if you end up just like a vegetable or something, or you just got brain damage, like to where you're a burden on your family for
No,
the next
you
60
sign the
years.
DNR, do not resuscitate, and go on.
Yeah.
You know, but my thought is you're not even get the $20 million.
Yeah.
Because Mike is bringing in the people. You
Yeah.
know, he's bringing in the money. You're going to only get a little chunk of it. So at what money amount would you be okay with fighting or taking one punch, because it's going to be one punch and you're out?
Oh yeah, you're a dead man.
I don't know.
You
I don't
have
think
to
I
To
can
get
do
punched in the face, real, actual in
No,
the
no.
ring with Mike Tyson.
Is
with
he making
gloves
clean?
on.
Is he making clean? Is it a clean hit?
Dude, it's gonna
It's
be a
bare
clean hit.
knuckle.
Are you dodging it?
It's
Are
bare
you
knuckle.
honestly? Look me in the eye and tell me you're dodging when Mike Tyson's trying to punch you in the face.
I can barely dodge a fucking stare. When
I
I'm
ain't
trying to walk
dodging
up it, so.
shit, dude. I don't dodge stuff that's already there. I'm supposed to get out of the way, like the ceiling and stuff. Like,
Like it's bare knuckle too.
no, well, I don't give a shit if it's gloves or not. You're
No,
a dead
gloves would be
man.
better because at least it's slowing them down a little bit. 16-ounce gloves. Is,
I don't think 16-ounce gloves feel like they're feathers on his.
No, they don't
big
feel
old
like
giant-
feathers, but
yeah.
solid knuckle is gonna hurt. Because
No, I'm
you
saying
can.
like to him, that 1 pound on the end of his hand ain't shit. All that is an extra weight he gets to swing at you.
I mean,
and you're
you
coming after him after years of retirement, so you know he's got a little bit built up in that punch.
I mean, you could just bury your chin and hide your face.
He's a monster, man. He is
Take the body shot.
He is the most fearsome human being that has ever walked the face of the earth, in my opinion. Physically imposing, beat you up if he sees you and doesn't like what you've got to say.
That's
I mean,
true.
Can you? Is there anybody on
don't
earth you'd
think-
rather have your back?
No,
and,
I mean,
like
if I
walking
got-
down the street than Mike fucking Tyson.
if I got Mike
Tyson-
Tyson behind me, I'm talking so much reckless shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Tyson Fury's dad sounds pretty badass if
Dude,
you've heard him.
I mean,
Yeah,
I have, but like, I think Mike Tyson in his prime when he was 20 years old, dude, nobody on earth could handle that dude.
Buster Douglas.
I mean, eventually, like, have you seen like the 30 for 30s and other documentaries and
Right.
shit about Mike? Like,
Yeah.
he had all sorts of shit going on at that time and
Yeah.
stuff in his life. And
But still, I think I wrap up and I've got the body to take a body shot. I mean, I think I can absorb it.
Knock your head clean off your shoulders.
Yeah, he might be able to do that, but I'm gonna wrap my head up
Yeah.
and take one to the ribs and
Just
You ain't gonna be able to breathe, piss right. I mean, that's coming with a lot of.
I've got a lot of cushion,
But nobody's
man.
gonna pay $20 million to watch him just punch you right in the stomach and
No.
fold you like a
No.
lawn chair.
So if we raised $20 million and I was like, hey, Mike, listen, we raised $20 million, you don't think nobody would tune into a fat redheaded Les getting punched in a... I mean, I probably would. I mean, if one of y'all were fucking going to get punched by Tyson, I'd want to see it.
Yeah, if you told me a normal human was getting punched by Mike Tyson, I would watch.
Yeah.
I feel like they should
it'd
have
have to
already
be
done this
free though.
before.
I mean, I'd
Yeah,
watch a commercial or two, but it'd have to
I'm
be
not.
free.
I don't watch pay-per-view anything.
No, I don't either. I don't
So-
believe in paying for content at all.
I've bit the dust and bought the last UFC fight, which I'm glad I did.
You buy all of them though.
Yeah, I do. But
So I bought
you
the
know.
last few, along with the other 150 right before that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see Hardy because I already know that he could beat the shit out of a woman. I wanted to see him in the ring.
So
'Cause
was
I've
this
never
like
watched
his
him.
first fight?
No,
or-
he's
oh,
five-
I thought he'd
five
been
and
there
two.
for a while.
Yeah,
What?
he'd been fighting in other
Other
fighting-
promotions.
Yeah, not UFC. I think this might have been his first UFC fight.
Oh.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it was like Bellator or something.
Did he
like that.
win
Oh, yeah, he
dominated.
beat-
in a
beat shit
dominating fashion?
But there's
Yeah.
one big reason why he won that fight.
Well, wasn't he like a defensive end or something like
Yes,
that?
yes.
So he's already got to be a ginormous human, right?
Yeah, he's Brock Lesnar but leaner, and I feel like with a worse attitude.
Oh man.
You know, just
Yeah, just
he's
mean.
got like the Mike Tyson attitude from the
Yeah,
20s.
yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
coachable. I mean,
Well,
he had a.
That's
he
what
had
Jerry
a-
Jones said too, until they cut him.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't beat your wife. Don't beat your wife.
No, they brought him in after that.
Oh,
so,
Yeah, but I mean, he was taking directions from a fucking announcer
well,
in the
I mean,
ring with there
a
not being.
professional fighter that was announcing. So.
Yeah, but the not being any fans in the stadium or the arena or whatever you want to fucking call it actually benefited him because he heard dudes say, "Hey, Hardy's taking them kicks and he needs to check it."
And then
And
he started doing
He
it.
started fucking checking it, and then he shouted.
I mean, the other dude should have maybe listened to
Yeah,
Daniel
and
too.
stopped kicking.
Yeah,
I don't know, when you got that big motherfucker coming at you, which
man, I couldn't do it.
fuck no, I don't I can't take a hit.
But here's the thing: you don't have the mentality of a professional fighter. They go in thinking I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
yeah,
So
For one thing, they kind of are. They have the body to back it up. I'm 175 pounds. Like
well,
I'm
they have
not-
that weight class.
I'm not. Yeah, but not at my height. They
Hey,
don't.
that's
The dudes that
confidence,
fight at
yeah.
175 pounds are smaller than I am.
Yeah, so you got the reach, man. Go do it. Go do it.
hey, the reach is what. Hey, anytime I see a fighter with a 2 or 3 inch reach advantage on a motherfucker, I'm like, hey, he's gonna win. You can't let him inside. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag, so I'm good on all that.
I think you could fight your way out of wet paper bag. I kind of want to jump into this Earl Thomas,
Yeah.
the Earl Thomas debate, because once it came out,
Debate.
yeah, it's kind of a debate. I mean,
So hold on. So what happened with Earl Thomas?
okay, when it first broke out, it was saying that Earl Thomas and his brother were having a fucking orgy
Yeah.
at a hotel, but that's
Nice.
not. It's actually came back that they were actually in separate rooms. So I mean that
Oh.
doesn't make it near as bad.
But there were still a bunch of naked women.
yeah.
So there was Earl Thomas and his brother with a whole bunch of naked women
at a
two-
rental property.
I thought you said hotel room.
That's what the first report came
Yeah,
out.
Airbnb, hotel. What's
I
the
got
difference?
you.
It was
but they're
actually-
each in separate rooms.
Yeah, but this bitch.
I mean, that's still kind of weird, but I guess it depends on how close you are with your brother.
but you want to know how she found out?
Yeah.
Snapchat.
I'd love-
Snapchat.
What,
she
these
follows
bitches
the
were
Snap
Snapchat?
motherfucker on
No, Snap
Snapchat.
Maps.
Oh.
Yeah, he had his location on, and
And there
so
was a
did.
bunch of girls all over.
No, well, someone else that she was friends with was there, and her
Oh.
Snap Map showed that they were at the same location.
Oh.
So her and another girl goes and busts in, and apparently it's recorded. So I can't wait for that to come out on Brad.
Yeah,
Oh,
it has
no.
been recorded. This happened back in April, but it was like 3:00 in the morning. An old girl called up 2 friends, which those are ride to die bitches. If one of y'all
yeah.
called me at 3:00 in the morning, I'd probably jump up and be like, yeah. But
I
anyway,
wouldn't. I'd probably be like, I'm going back to bed. You handle your own
She
problems
showed
at 3
up-
o'clock in the morning.
she showed up with a
Yeah.
gun, and one of her other friends had a knife, so they storm in
Man,
there.
they came in hot.
Yeah, they were ready.
Well, I mean, Earl Thomas is from the Legion of Boom, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
he's-
screw with him.
Yeah, exactly. A professional football player. That's a man you don't want to try and fist fight, especially if you're a woman.
But we almost had another Tiger King incident because she told the cops, yeah, I came at him with a gun, but I didn't have the magazine in it.
Oh no,
The cop
not
goes-
Travis.
The cop said she didn't have a magazine in it, but there was one in the fucking chamber.
Only takes one, man.
Yeah, I
And
saw
Earl
all the
Thomas
PSAs
was
when I
fighting
a
this
kid.
lady down to the ground while her friend was behind her, backing everybody else up with a knife.
Jesus Christ.
Should have just maimed him at least, to make it
man.
even.
I mean, you don't have to bring a gun into a situation like that. If all she wanted was she's gonna get one thing out of it and one thing only. She's either gonna get confirmation that her man's cheating on her, or she's gonna get confirmation that she had overreacted and everything. Whatever situation was cool, which it clearly wasn't gonna be. So all she was gonna do was find out, hey, my man is for sure cheating on me. So why are you gonna go bring a gun and you gonna shoot him for it?
Well,
just go get it proved to you and be like, see you, dude.
It depends
She
on the
was-
amount of crazy you got.
I mean,
She
I
was
guess.
mad that he wasn't social distancing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it was.
that's what it was.
I mean, she
Yeah.
fucking said, "Hey, he wasn't social distancing."
Yeah, them
Horrible
hoes were
excuse.
less than 6 feet apart.
Yes, but can you imagine being this dude's agent?
From him.
Because that's what fucking cracks me up about this whole story is he posted a video. I guess he got the heads up. Hey, TMZ got this shit. They're fixing to come out with it. So Earl went to his Instagram and did a live video of saying, "Hey,
Wow.
some stuff's fixing to come out. I don't
What-
need y'all to judge me. I need y'all to pray for me."
Wasn't he at a strip club whenever that happened? I'm pretty sure of it.
During
I
the
haven't seen
live?
it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Maybe he also made a TikTok. Maybe it was on the
The
TikTok.
TikTok was at the thing. I
At a
know
strip
exactly what
club.
you're talking about.
And that might have been what I heard, but I do know that there was a strip club involved.
Wow.
So I don't know where he was that strip clubs are open right now, but
He never learned. Does he still play?
yeah, he plays for
Yeah.
the Ravens.
Yeah, he's just
I
a
saw
$50
him-
million contract.
Yeah, I saw where Mark Ingram gave him a shout out.
I
Like,
seen that was
there-
badass.
There's more to this story. You can't just shut up.
I loved that quote that you sent us about. He said he took a stiff arm from Derrick Henry, so he wasn't scared.
Scared of a gun.
It's like, yeah.
But I know none of us are going to get into that level of fame, nor are we going to cheat on our ladies. But was that the right approach for him to do that? Be like, hey guys, some shit's fixing to come out.
Well, if you're famous, you do have to try to get out in front of it, I guess. I mean, that's been
really,
proven.
It really depends on if he cares more about his wife or he cares more about his name and his contract and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I get
Sounds like he cares about the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not
if-
going to get no shit because you cheated on your old lady in the NFL.
If there's
No.
but if there's a gun involved and there's a lot more drama,
Yeah.
he's working for an organization that had Ray Rice, who has already been in a domestic dispute.
And they had Ray Lewis, who got cleared from a murder investigation.
Yeah,
while
Ray
so-
on
did
their
kill
team.
him.
So no, he was the driver,
Well,
but he was still involved. But so yeah, I feel like that's the organization that if you work for that you do have to try to get out in front of it and say, look, I was just trying to get dick wet and she brought a gun. I'm sorry.
I mean, but they got to look at it like, hey, do we want this? If he's going to be toting this chick that's going to bring a gun to a situation like that, do we want to re-sign him? And
Well, it was his
have
gun.
that-
She grabbed his
Well,
gun
because
from the house.
that's clearly an incident that's gonna flare back up if they stay together. Like,
I feel like they're not staying together at this point. I feel like she's gonna take her settlement and go.
exactly, if they're not staying together, why would she show up with a gun? Like, just leave, girl. Be strong. It's okay. He's a piece of shit.
I don't know.
Like,
My old lady cheated on me. I'm showing up with something.
I'm not. I mean, I'll get
but
upset and I'll
you
be
married
mad
way
and-
above your league.
I
so-
totally did, because I want to see the motherfucker. Probably be as good as that trash can sitting over there to be cheated on. But I felt like the way he handled that was props to you, Earl. Granted, you should have fucked around on your wife, but you got out in front of it and said, hey. But I love the fact that he said, pray for me. Like, what the fuck? Why do we got to pray for you? Pray for you don't get horny?
No, you pray for him because he's got to go home to this bitch. Her and her friend had a gun and a knife.
But-
He's got to go to sleep.
By the other side of the coin, you reap what you sow, Earl Thomas. You can't be having orgies with your brother and your old lady's friend to be there and
Okay,
expect to get
none
away
of us,
with it.
none of us have brothers.
No, that's
No.
what I wanted to ask, but it was kind of like,
I mean,
we don't
I
have
think
brothers.
if you had a brother that was close to you, it wouldn't be a big deal. Like in a situation like that, what if it was one of your friends?
I'm not doing it.
What? Because you're in the same Airbnb in
No,
a
no,
different room?
no. I'm saying whenever it first came out, they
Oh,
said same
absolutely
room.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna? I heard they were like tag teaming.
Yeah, that's what
That's what I originally thought.
Yeah.
But once I found out they were in separate rooms, I was like, okay.
I mean,
It's not as bad.
It's not that weird. I mean, hell.
But what are you doing?
You think you've never done it in a house that somebody else was also doing it at the same time in a different room?
Right, but I'm saying
I guarantee you have.
If you're in the same room,
Yeah.
could you do it? I mean,
mean,
bunk beds or whatever.
Yeah.
But he literally said that it pissed him off that it got out. And he was like, just pray for me.
It's weird.
He says, y'all just keep me in your prayers because stuff like this happens. When the fuck do we know anybody that's had any of this thing?
You've never been famous.
Yeah.
I guess not.
That that's probably when it starts to happen, when you get famous.
I would imagine.
I mean, he is making $10 million just this season, so I probably won't see $10 million in my entire life.
No, I'll put
Unless
together.
you take that punch.
I ain't taking that fucking punch. Dude,
Dude,
there's
fuck
no
that
way.
punch.
Take CTE with one shot or do it for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll take my one.
Just hammer it all at once, baby.
I mean,
Oh,
come
man.
on, bring it on.
That dude is such an animal, man. Oh my god.
And I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm charging him.
Oh yeah.
If I get in the ring with Tyson, I'm at least gonna attempt to hit him. I'm not just gonna stand there in the corner and wait for him to come.
For sure you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
The difference is, are you gonna hit him first, or are you just gonna be this chump that just takes it?
And what if he's cocky enough that he eats one? Like he comes in hands
and then
down,
you really
and I
have
really
that feeling
get into
of
it.
I just cocked Mike Tyson.
You feel good?
What if I get the button though?
Oh.
What if you knock him out on accident?
There's no way in a million years he's letting that happen.
No, there's a thing there's a puncher's chance. That is a real thing.
That is true.
I mean, just what if?
There's
so many what ifs.
Oh yeah.
What if the winning prize is so much better, and I need that money way more than Iron Mike?
What if you just bet on yourself?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you bet like the time limit.
Oh yeah.
And I can last 7 seconds.
Fuck.
What's the
Great
over
movie. Great
Well,
movie.
yo,
That's 8 seconds,
Oh,
and he
great
dies at
movie.
the end, so it's not that
he
great.
does, but speaking of dying, have y'all seen the shit about Takanishi 6ix9ine or whatever?
Oh, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
No, what
whatever.
happened with him?
So he got out of jail for he ratted all these people out.
Yeah.
And I guess he was getting he's owning I'm a rat, which I mean, I guess that's your only option.
Yeah,
they
whenever it's
already memed
documented.
him. They already memed him. He's done now.
Yeah. That's
But-
the only way I know that guy.
Yeah.
Is from memes. I've never heard a song.
I haven't either.
I'd seen him before. I hadn't heard any of his songs, but I'd seen him before because he's such an outrageous looking character. Like, how do you miss that? Like, if it ever comes across anything, you know?
So dude got out to finish his sentence, and he's posting all these videos. Well, he moved into a neighborhood, I guess in the hills. It doesn't say where it's at.
Yeah.
But the neighbor was outside and seen this 6ix9ine guy, and I mean, I guess if you walk down the road right here, I'm gonna know, hey, that's that motherfucker right there.
Absolutely. He's got face tattoos.
Yeah. So she posted online, hey, I found him.
Yeah.
face tattoos that say 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
She posted like, here he is, boys. Come
Yeah,
and get him.
here he is, boys. And out front of this house, it showed like 6 or 7 SUVs. I'm guessing the police.
Wow.
But I guess that
I mean,
goes away.
first of all, how the hell is that guy ever gonna hide? I mean, he's like,
he's
if you want to get famous and be recognizable and stand out, you can do that. But if you ever fuck up and have to hide, you're done. Your goose is cooked,
that's
buddy.
what I was trying to say earlier. What
That's
if
what
you're
I was
just
trying to
a
get-
little
yeah.
bit of recognizable?
Oh, he's a 100% recognizable.
How does he disappear?
He doesn't. No amount of money can make him disappear unless it's with lasers and
in the
everything
woods,
else.
man. In the woods.
Yeah,
He's-
nobody's
The,
finding him.
Trapping
the fucking
beavers.
raccoons are gonna snitch on 6ix9ine. That dude is the most recognizable human on the planet.
But Lil Boozy said, which everybody
Don't know
loves
who
Lil
that is.
Boozy. You don't know who Lil Boozy is?
No, man.
Lil
Oh
Boozy.
my god,
Lil Boozy's a thug. I mean,
Lil Boozy is awesome.
Lil Boozy is a straight. He does what he raps.
I mean, is he on the new show Dave? Because that's how I'm keeping up with current rappers.
No, this isn't current, man. This is like 2006 shit.
This is Lil Boozy, baby.
This is
You've
like-
heard that before.
No, I'll look it up. But
Lil Boozy basically came out and said, hey, this guy pretty much put all your organization in jail. If you don't do something about it, y'all are pussies.
Oh wow, like to the gang.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he straight up, he told them, hey, if you guys don't take care of this matter, then you guys are pussies.
Well, do you think that's right for him to incite them to be like, hey, go kill that dude?
I don't know, because the situation was a little sticky because he thought these people had his back, which Dustin, the guy, talks a lot of shit. He talks a lot of shit. So this gang group was like, hey, give us a little bit of money and we're going to protect you. We ain't going to let nobody fuck with you. What happened was, come to find out, the people that were protecting him were actually ripping him off.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course.
So-
You
Like
don't
always.
trust gangsters.
No.
So he got deep in this shit and ended up in jail over it.
Hey, blood in, blood out, man.
But he's like, hey, these motherfuckers didn't have my back like they said they were going to. So
I don't-
fuck all y'all.
I
Y'all
don't
going
feel
to
sorry
prison.
for him. I don't feel sorry for him.
Well, I mean, I don't feel sorry for him either.
I don't want anyone to die unnecessarily, but
Well, speaking of unnecessary deaths, what about that poor jogger in Georgia, man?
dude, that is bullshit.
Dude, his head not
100%
fucked up.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Those people deserve.
Dude, they hunted
To-
that guy down and murdered him.
And then it come. They tried to use the excuse that there have been break-ins, and he fit the description.
Fit the description because he was a black dude. That's what's
Hey,
fucked
did you
up.
see where they come out and said there were no break-ins reported?
Yeah.
So
they didn't fit the
There-
description of shit besides somebody they didn't want running through their fucking neighborhood.
I'll go ahead and tell you, if I run past your house, white, black, I don't care, and you scream, "Hey, stop!"
Fuck you.
I'm
I'm not
catching a
stopping.
gear. I'm catching a gear.
Yeah.
And especially if you and your buddy have a fucking gun out, I'm gonna run
Some
in a
old man
zigzag.
chases me in a pickup truck yelling at me to stop while his son is hanging out the passenger side with a shotgun. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
if you
Which
think
these
I'm
son of
stopping.
bitches-
zigzagging.
Yeah. They
These
said
son-
he didn't comply with their commands. Bitch, get out of here. You don't have any commands.
Yeah,
You're
just
just
because-
a regular fucking dude.
Yeah,
You
I think
can't
he was
tell
a-
him.
I think
he
he was a
used to be a
retired
cop.
cop,
Yeah,
so
that's
he-
the problem.
Yeah, sounds like you got bullied in school.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably got a Farva haircut, too.
I mean, they do look like they stepped straight out of a Mossy Oak.
Well, yeah, of
Commercial.
course. They look like the type of dudes that would hunt down a black dude in their pickup truck and shoot him with a shotgun
In
until he was
Georgia.
dead. Yeah, in Georgia, one of the 4 states that doesn't have any hate crime or racially motivated laws, so they can't prosecute him for doing what they
For a hate
actually
crime.
did.
Which I
Yeah.
do like how that community did go about that. They shared a video and said, hey, we don't give a fuck what color this guy was.
Yeah.
This is a tight-knit community, and shit like this doesn't need to fucking happen.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't need to happen anywhere.
It
That-
doesn't.
That was wrong. You know, I don't travel for work, but imagine traveling, you know, and you want to exercise, and you're staying in an Airbnb or a hotel that's near a subdivision. And you're like, I'm gonna get out, get a little fresh air, take a jog. So I don't know anyone in the area,
No.
and some people are screaming at me because they have their neighborhood watch.
Fuck your neighborhood
No,
watch.
fuck you. I'm gonna try to get back to wherever I came from
You're
as
damn
quick as
right.
possible.
Yeah.
Which they kind
Oh.
of they tried to bring up that in 2013, Aubrey brought a gun to a basketball game when he was 19.
So the fuck
I don't
what?
fucking care.
No.
No.
I do
I don't
not
give a
fucking
shit.
care. They said it.
I
they-
brought guns to places I probably shouldn't have before. It doesn't mean I deserve to get murdered for jogging.
Yeah.
Now, the
did
guy-
did he pull a gun on them? Then that's whenever you say, okay, well, neither of you should have had a gun at this
Yeah.
at this time, but
Well, these motherfuckers are making an excuse. I've been caught up in this situation because it's so fucked up. The house that was robbed, it was an abandoned house. A couple months of like $2,500 worth of fishing shit. The video from the house that he
The
was
video from the
apparently
house
looking
across
in.
the street showed him walk into this house that was under construction and empty. Nobody was in it. They were like building it, and he walks out within 3 minutes and continues on his jog. Dude just got a little curious, went into this
Yeah, I wanna
construction
see
site.
what
I've
this-
done that before.
I have too, plenty of times. Especially if I like the look of the house. Hey, what's this floor plan look like?
I
You
mean,
know,
I
I'm-
don't do shit like that. I'm just talking about, hey, this is kind of neat, you know?
And the dude was a former high school football player, so I mean, it shouldn't have surprised the community that he was out running because obviously the guy cares about fitness and shit. But this is just
I mean, even if somebody looks like me or like y'all, like, we're out
Right,
of shape,
y'all.
clearly. I mean, ain't nobody in this room winning any Mr. Universe contests, okay? Let's just get that out of the way.
I might.
So we're all out of shape. We're not fucking runners, like, but still, that doesn't mean, like, whether we ever did it or what if that was the dude's very first run and he
Yeah.
wanted to get in shape? Who gives
Yeah.
a shit? He still didn't deserve
You ever
to
seen
get
The Biggest
murdered.
Loser?
Yeah,
Those guys aren't in
exactly.
shape.
Right.
But what was with the motherfucker? The whole issue I have is why did the guy start filming?
Well,
Why
you want to
did-
talk about this weirdo?
Yeah, why did that guy start filming this
See,
shit?
I haven't dove into this part of it.
See, well, I did just a little bit earlier, and I want to read this quote. This is what the dude that filmed it. His name is Roddy something, I forget.
Roddy Rich.
And his lawyer comes out with a statement. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
He says, Roddy is a family man, NASCAR fan, and enjoys rock and roll. He is not now and never has been a vigilante.
So he was in on it.
Like,
I mean,
those
come
are the
on.
qualifications that make you a good dude and a not. Those are like three very vigilante qualities.
No, they're not vigilante qualities. Batman's a vigilante.
Yeah.
It's very stereotypical racist.
Yes.
You know,
exactly.
You know, I'm
He's a
not trying to say
NASCAR
you're
fan.
racist, but he's rocking some Skinnerd while he's watching Junior run around the track.
Exactly.
You know, and he might not be, but those are the
just
stereotypes.
because, yeah, exactly. Like, not everybody that listens to rock and roll and watches NASCAR is a racist, but most racists probably watch NASCAR and listen to
exactly.
rock and roll. If you think about it, it's a group within a group, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, he went to the cops because he didn't want.
I know all you NASCAR fans aren't there or out in the out group on that, but
It's just weird that Cody brought a bunch of Dale Earnhardt stuff in here.
I fucking raise hell, praise Dale. Dale will always be a part
point
of my
proven.
life. You know, not racist whatsoever. And I think these motherfuckers need to. But I wouldn't care. I don't care what color anybody was in that. There was 3 shots were fucking fired.
Dude.
1 shot will do the fucking job.
No,
one shot's a warning fucking
Racking
shot.
a shotgun will get you out of a fucking area real quick. That noise is one of the most terrifying noises if you're not the one doing the rack.
That's why it's one of the best home invasion guns.
Yeah.
When somebody breaks into your fucking house,
You don't have to have a shell in it. Just choosh.
Yeah.
Let's take a second and just step back and really think about this. Let's say that the dude had robbed this construction site, okay? Let's just play devil's advocate and pretend he was doing exactly what they thought he was doing. Does that still give them a right to chase him down with a shotgun and even tell him to stop, much less kill him?
Absolutely
no.
not.
Fuck no.
Maybe hit him with the truck.
Maybe mind your own goddamn business and stay in your household,
No,
man.
no, exactly. You call the cops who still get paid to do that job.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
If you see somebody actually, you might say, "Hey, is that your shit?" and hope that they put it down or just scatter. But
I mean,
you
if
don't
you're
chase
feeling
them
ballsy,
down.
but if not, you let the motherfucker walk on and,
Yeah.
and you don't die or go to prison.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is
Like,
what that
if he
motherfucker
was-
looked like.
Let's pretend, here's the problem too. Let's pretend he was the hardened criminal that they thought he was. Why were they the brave son of a bitches that wanted to take it upon themselves to rid their neighborhood of this criminal? Like, dude, get the fuck
'Cause
out of
Bonnie
here
Fife
with
used
this.
to have a fucking badge, man. That's,
Yeah, exactly. That's the
He-
problem. He's still jacked up on those vibes, and it's
Yeah,
like, dude, you're not a hero. Get
If
the
you
fuck outta
are
here.
a law enforcement officer, whatever, I'm not saying it's all of them, but for one, stop shooting motherfuckers. You have a taser. Fucking stop.
Yup.
Even if you're a retired officer, fucking stop.
Yes.
It's not your right.
It's not your right to take somebody else's life. I don't give a fuck.
Unless they're threatening
they're
your
threatening
life.
to take yours. Like,
Yeah.
literally. And that's, people use that so loosely. I've seen people bragging like, we're a stand your ground state. I'll kill you right here or whatever. And it's like, why? Like, is it really that? Is your stuff as important as someone else's life? Because I don't believe it is.
No, but my life is.
My life is, and the lives of
and
my family and friends.
But
yes.
you have enough fucking cameras on this dude
But really,
in
the
this whole
lives of
situation.
anyone. If you walk up on a stranger and you can save their life by killing somebody else, you're supposed to do that too.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I have friends in law enforcement, and I honestly believe that they wouldn't be, you know, the ones that you see in like the Michael Brown situation
Right.
or anything like that. But, you know,
not everybody is, but those people exist too.
right, you know, but I've never been in the situation that high stress situation to know.
Which gun to grab, though? I mean, you got
No, I understand
Oh
that.
no, yeah,
You try not to pull that one.
yeah.
But you know, I'm not advocating for shooting anyone unless you are in imminent danger.
That's why I don't agree with everybody, and this is going to sound controversial, especially around here. But I don't think that everybody should be carrying guns everywhere they go. Like,
No.
maybe, you know, it's really not that Wild Westy out there. People like are making it that way, and that's where some of these incidents are coming from.
I think a lot of the boomer population is mostly that
Yeah.
that type of.
I mean, that's where it comes from. People our age are less likely to give a shit and, you know, cling to these same ideals of our parents or grandparents. Like, but
I still see a lot of, you know, concealed carry, you know, advocates and everything like that. And that's fine. That is your right.
It is.
You know.
But it's also your responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you decide that you're going to carry a gun somewhere, know what kind of responsibility that is, you know, tucked in your waistband.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a good chance that you can make a very bad mistake.
I'll go ahead and say something about it. I don't know about you, Cody, but are you a deer hunter? Have you ever been deer hunting?
I used to. I don't really do it much anymore.
Have you ever killed a deer, though?
Yeah.
And Dustin,
definitely.
you have. I know that.
Yeah.
The first time you ever killed a deer, a large animal, was the first time I'd ever killed a large animal, not like a squirrel or a snake or a bug or something like that, but like an actual large mammal. It was a deer. It freaked my shit out, dude. Like, I got nervous and sweaty and shaky and stuff afterwards. Like, I was cool with it, and then as soon as I pulled the trigger and watched him drop, it got weird. I couldn't imagine the feeling of taking a human being's life.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying because I kind of got the same shakes, but it was a different kind of shake. It was an excited...
I mean, even so,
I fucking got him.
Even so, it
you know, you're making me kind of scared about myself. You know, what kind of monster
it instilled this guttural, like visceral reaction from you, and it does that with everybody. I think.
See, the biggest deer that I killed, he's hanging on the wall, and I shot him, and it was a spinal cord shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it paralyzed him. He fell down, but didn't die immediately.
That's the way it is with a lot of Dustin's deer.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I had to walk up to him to put him down,
rough.
and it's rough to look him in the eye. It's a lot easier sitting in the tree.
Oh my God, it's so
to
hard
shoot him. But
personally,
to walk up to finish the animal as quickly and painlessly as possible.
I had a kitten a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, that we had to put down. We got her and her sister. They couldn't have been more than 3, maybe 4 weeks old tops. So they were little bitty kittens. One of them made it, one of them didn't. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes with kittens especially. But she was dying. She was clearly sick and wasn't going to make it. And I had to take her outside and put her down. And I had to call a friend of mine to come over and do it. Because, for one, I didn't have a gun. But for another, I couldn't have done it as a little kitty, you know?
Yeah,
like, it's hard to do it. He just loaded his .22 and put one in it, and we buried her, you know, and stuff. But, like I said, all this is nothing compared to a human being, a living, breathing person, me or you. Why are so many people so quick to volunteer that they would be glad to take someone's life for fucking with their stuff? Or not even their stuff, fucking with somebody else's stuff.
To me, it would have to be a serious life or death situation.
Absolutely.
And still would probably have a hard time dealing with it for the rest of my life. You know?
My family would have to be involved in it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Even if it was totally justifiable and you had to, and that was the only way, I think it would still weigh on you for the rest of your life.
If it doesn't, there's
then
a little bit of
there's
a little bit of monster inside you.
Yeah.
You know, you hear the people that say, you know, put me in a room with a pedophile.
Yeah.
You know,
and see what I'll do to him and
I'll
stuff.
fucking kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you think you could?
Yeah. That is one fucking.
Even if you have no emotional tie to that child?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a
and
random.
if you fuck with a kid, you deserve to die.
Just for argument's sake, let's say we had a fourth person in here right now, and they said, and they were just talking, we were all friends like this, and they said, actually, you know, like, I made a mistake a long time ago, and I did something I shouldn't have with a child. You think right now you would just leap across the table and murder them?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think I could. Because you don't fuck with innocence.
Right.
I would. You don't fuck with a child's innocence.
Would you fuck with your family being without you for the rest of your life because you've met one dude that said he diddled a kid?
Yes, because if he did it once, what's to say he's not going to do it again?
What if it's not like little kid though?
Yeah.
I mean,
what if it's like 16-year-old girl?
Yeah. Well, 16 is legal in this state.
Well, what about 15?
15.
Like, yeah.
What about 13? But said they were 21.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm talking about a fucking child.
Exactly. But they are still considered
all
a child.
Children. Yeah.
I know,
Where's your limit? Where's your limit?
Where do you understand fucking a kid?
How old is it? Okay, Cody.
That's a weird fucking question to ask. But no, I feel like I would say 18, but Zane, we've literally we kind of knew each other, you know, back in the day. But you were sitting there saying, "Hey, which you would take care of it. But if somebody fucked with one of your children,
Mm-hmm.
I would not have an issue with ending a person's life who messes with a child.
I don't know. I'm not into vigilante justice. I think that if somebody messes with your child even and you find out, I think you should have them prosecuted and put in prison or whatever, but I don't think you should just take it out upon yourself to just go and murder them. Like, it's one thing if you catch them in the act, then I don't think you should be held responsible. Yeah,
an act
you shouldn't
of rage.
be held responsible because I would see myself absolutely getting that angry, but you can't premeditate it. And
because then you're just as much of a criminal. Is that what you're saying?
No, then you're just as much of a bad person. Like,
well, a criminal.
Well, not just a criminal. Like, you can be a criminal and not be a bad person. Yeah, there's lots of people that are criminals that aren't bad people. But I just think that you should. You what?
Sound like a criminal.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't think
sounds like somebody that doesn't like the government telling me what to do.
But you don't think that there's been instances where this has happened and we have let our judicial system play this out?
Oh, for sure.
Casey
they get
Anthony.
it wrong. Yeah, they get it
It's
wrong.
wrong.
A lot,
I'm not going to allow any wrong to fucking happen. I'm going to end it right there and right then.
And then what happens? What are you going to do when you get tried and convicted for murder and you spend the rest of your life in prison and your family doesn't have you anymore?
That's something that I'll have to deal with.
That's something that not only you'll have to deal with, but they will too.
What if you falsely accused them?
Yeah, what if that dude, it turned out you didn't know what you're talking about? And like I said, catching him in the act is one thing.
Well, I mean, if you brought up the situation of a fourth dude saying, "Hey, I fucking diddled a little kid," there is no fucking
there's no proof there.
But no, I'm not gonna try to be the. I guess I would be the jury, the judge, and the executioner.
Yeah.
But if I knew for 100%, I mean 100%, and I'm not talking about it coming from the child.
And you can get away with it, or
no, I don't give a fuck if I get away with it.
Let's give you a theoretical daughter because you don't have one.
Yes.
And that way we're not screwing with juju here. And she comes to you and says, "Dad, I went to middle school dance and I was raped." And tells you who did it. What do?
He's dead.
And then come to find out, he was just mean to her and knew that you would take up for her.
Well, that's my kid.
I mean, you do kind of have to take up for your kid, but
to
you don't
extent.
have to murder someone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You at that point you let the judicial
That's what you do. Yeah,
system
you call
figure
the
it
cops.
out.
Yeah.
I've just seen the judicial system fail so many fucking times in these cases.
In both ways, though.
Have you guys watched the Gabriel Fernandez thing on Netflix?
No. Cassie
Don't
did.
fucking watch
What
it
is
because it's about this little boy who was burnt with cigarettes. They kept him in a box underneath the thing, and there was scratch marks on the box. They fed the child kitty litter.
Oh man!
Like whenever they did the autopsy, there was I could not bring myself to watch it.
Why? Just because they were monsters?
Yeah, they're horrible people.
They were horrible people. Those people deserved it. I would kill them just in the same. And that poor little boy died because of our whatever it is we have in place, whether it be social services, CPS, whatever it is. Sometimes you have to stand up for what you believe in. And for me, that means I don't ever have to worry about this person doing that to another kid because they are fucking dead.
Yeah.
I may be taken out of the situation, but I know that there might be a father, a mother that knows that they don't ever have to deal with this because that person's gone.
So do you think like sex offender lists should be like hunter lists?
Yeah.
They've got them online, man. Get on there, buddy.
I follow Waits List on Facebook where this dude sits there and fucks with
I think they're too quick to label people as sex offender for shit. Like if you're taking a whiz outside when you're drunk, and you might get a sex offender charge if you're too close to a school or something. Like it's like, dude, I wasn't showing little kids my wang. I was just drunk and taking a piss. Like, yeah, I should be in trouble, but not sex offender trouble.
Right.
Shouldn't have to go on a registry for people like Cody to come hunt me down and kill me.
And I don't mean to be this serious, in this situation, but there's just a lot of avenues to go down in a general comment, that I would kill that person. Mm-hmm. There's so many different things that could happen.
I feel like there's a lot of gray area and a lot of things in our lives, but that is black and white. You cross that fucking line, you deserve to die.
But there are false
Whether you
accusations
well,
all
still,
the time.
let's say you do deserve to die, but does that have to mean it's by your hand, by just whoever sees you on the street? It's their responsibility if they know the truth to end your life.
Am I basically the same as these guys that did this? Because I mean, it is fucking wrong what they see.
What about, like, say you try to follow the proper judicial path, they fail you, then what's your next step? Is it automatically vigilante murder, or is it like publicly going out in front of the dude's house every single day with a bullhorn and a sign like, this dude raped my kid? Everybody is going to know it, and you're going to be the one to make sure of it for the rest of their fucking life.
I mean, I see what you were getting at. You saying that you would kill someone for this situation, does that put you in the same...
He's looking at Cody, by the way.
Right. Same book as these guys that decided to hunt down a jogger, you know...
Mm-hmm. In their mind, they were doing the right thing.
Yeah, in their mind, they were
really
doing the exact same thing that you're saying. That without a doubt, this is our guy. And
from what I've seen so far, the dude that shot the video looks like originally he was on their side, I think, is why he was shooting the video. Yeah. And now he's coming out like, yeah, fuck those guys. I was just recording it for the poor victim's sake.
Like, saw which way the media was going to sway this.
Yeah, I'm a NASCAR fan. I like rock and roll. I would never participate in a hate crime or a lynching. That is completely out of my demographic.
It's a weird group. But I feel like maybe it was caused, or it was made to cause up shit, but there was actually, Facebook, they have Christians against everything. There's a group called Christians Against Harry Potter.
Oh. Well, they're literally they're against everything.
They're against witchcraft. My wife absolutely loves Harry Potter. Her mom wouldn't let her watch it because of the witchcraft.
That's insane, man. Like, let your kid watch something as long as it's not I don't know. I mean, hell, I think the ratings are a little too tight now. Yeah, you shouldn't show your kids shit that's going to scare them or that's going to make them weird sexually or something like that. But other than that, they can hear a few dirty words here and there and stuff.
But everybody has their own opinion on what's going to scar your kids. Yeah. So,
I'm going to scar my kids.
I think you got to have a certain amount of rub some dirt in there. You know what I'm saying?
Or they get too soft. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I get that. You've heard us talk, so we don't talk like this in front of our kids, but a motherfucker or a son of a bitch might slip out.
Yeah. That's one thing I try not to do is call my kids names.
I don't call them names
around them,
but
I don't cuss like.
Sorry, Blaine.
Like you little son of a bitch or anything like that.
Yeah, no. They're not old enough yet.
They're not old enough to hold the flashlight while I work on the car engine.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean. They're too old now for me to do it, and they're not old enough. So they're in that area. They can remember me calling them that.
Exactly. So. Like when they're a baby, it's one thing. They'll never remember that.
Little son of a bitch will quit crying.
Yeah.
But I guess they were just trying to stir up shit, and I bit like a son of a bitch, boys.
What do you mean?
They created this group called It's supposed to be from the Christians Against Google.
Well, Google is a religion.
Yeah. Well, they made a group.
Christians Against Google?
Yeah, there's an actual group. Well, they made like a subgroup that's Justice for Gregory and Travis McMichael. And let me just read you this about.
I guarantee you, if you look through there, it's 100% white people.
It has
100%.
It has 10,791 followers.
10,791 white people.
You know what? That pisses me off because we don't have that many followers.
I know, it's
we
fucked
don't
up.
have that many followers. But
and they're okay with murder.
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
Right.
But just let me read this about real quick.
Okay.
It says, these two God-fearing men were only trying to protect their neighborhood. This area has a string of break-ins, and this man fit the descriptions and did not comply with simple commands. Our heart goes out to the McMichael family in their time of need.
Man, that's so fucked
Amen.
up. Amen. That's so fucked up. Like God is on their side or something.
Okay, it is okay to pray for their family.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Their family. What if the wife was like, "Don't go do that"?
Yeah, you fucking idiot! Get back in the garage.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
NASCAR's canceled. But damn, come on.
Yeah, they still do iRacing.
Yeah.
They say the N-word.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it. But to say that God is on their side because they were doing the right thing is awful.
Dude, it's so fucked up. Even if, like I said, even if he was accused of doing actually what they thought he was doing, like that still doesn't mean God
he's
went on your
packing
side.
the toolbox out.
Yeah, exactly. Your neighbor's weed eater is not worth that dude's heartbeat to his mama. I promise you.
No.
This is worse than breaking in when you're at home.
Yes,
You know what I mean? This is
absolutely worse than breaking in while you're at home.
But you know that
Chasing someone down in your pickup truck and shotgun murdering them to death is worse.
This
than
isn't
breaking
Grand
in
Theft
while
Auto,
someone's home.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you can tell by the way these people look, and yes, I'm going to say these people. You can tell by the way these people look that the word boy
Yeah, it's in their vocabulary.
is in their vocabulary. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt saying that they went with
You
boy.
with boy, not something
Yeah,
else.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just you can't tell me. So if I was this man
I'm
out
sure
here
they said
running,
some fucked up shit. They weren't like, "Sir, will you please stop? We think you're a burglary suspect."
Yeah.
Like, no, they were probably like, "Hey, you fucking stop," and pointing a shotgun at him. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. With some real foul language.
Dude, I am whiter than white, and I'm still not stopping when somebody with a shotgun points at me. I'm not.
No.
I'm not the like, let's go see what that noise was in a scary movie kind of white people.
No, no. I mean, I will get up if there's like a creak in the house, but
Yeah.
they've got to go through several.
Dude, I don't
locks.
even do that. Like, you can ask my wife. There'll be a creak in the house, and she's like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, let's just leave it.
I do
Maybe
that
it'll
with
go
Trisha.
away.
Yeah.
No, I go-
whoever is in there stealing our TV, let's just hope they go away, and we'll notice in the morning. I guess.
I'm too worried about him coming down the hall. You know, I have a dog, but man, he snores too loud to hear the door open.
Yeah. But no, I don't. I just don't worry too much about it. I think a home invasion is highly unlikely.
In this community, I think so too. But
Yeah.
there have been a few where people have gotten shot.
Oh man, or just for jogging. If you're at...
Well, that's not this community.
No.
No, I mean,
Somebody got shot around here.
yeah, it was a few years ago when we lived on the south end of the county. Somebody lived right down the road.
Oh,
Two guys-
Dustin, actually, his former house was a site of a shooting.
It was.
Yeah.
It
that was
was.
still fucked up. I'll never
Dude,
forget. Hey,
I'll
look at these
never
blood
forget
spots
that.
on the fucking
Yeah,
ceiling.
we had to paint over the blood.
Oh, man, he showed me the
Little
bullet
kills.
holes and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
bullet holes in the floor.
From our former vice principal, of all
Yeah.
people. Nobody would have ever imagined that.
Yeah, alcohol's a hell of a drug.
I'd say so.
I've been drunk, which I drink a lot. You guys can probably protest to that with the.
I'm not going
Alcohol.
to protest to that. I will attest to
Did
that.
I said pretest? But
I'm
I've
not
never
going to do
been
a pretest either.
I've never been drunk enough to want to beat the shit out of my old lady and shoot her.
Scalped her.
Oh,
She took off running out of the house, and he grabbed her by the head of the hair so
Ugh.
hard that scalped her where the blood was on the ceiling.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, that was a rough night.
That's awful.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. Not far from where I lived at that time, two guys broke into this guy's house, and his bedroom was upstairs, and he heard them come in, and he met them at the stairwell, and he had a 22 and fired off a couple rounds. He killed one of them, and the other one got away with bullet wounds and
Ooh.
ended up getting caught. But yeah, they were home invading. They knew he was going to be there. They were going to beat him up. And he was an older guy, so they
Man.
thought they could take advantage of him, but he
That's
was quick
awful.
with the trigger finger.
That's awful.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of understand Cody saying you can kill somebody, but
I mean,
at the same
in a
time,
situation like that, yeah,
that's
if they're
protecting your
trying-
life.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
If they're
necessarily
breaking
your
into his
valuable.
house and their plan is to beat his ass and take his shit, then absolutely he deserves to be able to defend his life with deadly force.
right.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But back to the beginning, jogging down the street does not constitute a reason to be hunted down and murdered in the street.
No, 100%. But we're about at an hour, boys. So I did want to bring up something real quick. Whenever we ended, fucking Jerry Stiller died. I mean, did that hit
Oh,
y'all
man,
any
I
hard
didn't
at
I
all?
didn't hear it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Jerry
hear it
Stiller
either.
died.
When was
man.
that? Today?
Today.
Oh, so we record on Mondays. So if we're not caught up with the current news that you're hearing it on Thursday where we release, that's why. You know, we record on Monday, so he died today. That sucks.
That is a bummer.
I saw where
man.
Little Richard died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died yesterday,
Oh,
which
man.
is bad for
Did
the guy
either
that
of
loves
them-
rock and roll. But,
Yeah, did either of them die of coronavirus or
I feel like they did say that Little Richard was complications from coronavirus, but I could be pulling that out of my ass. I don't know.
But I think Ben's was just. I mean,
No,
he was
Jerry, not Ben.
Jerry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Ben did come out and say, as far as he said, it was nothing to do with that. I mean, the guy was 92 years old.
Yeah.
No, good life.
He had a very
I
good
tell you,
life.
talk about a funny duo, father and son.
Hey,
Those
I
two
feel like
dudes
he's
are
funnier
funny.
than his son, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Jerry was much funnier
He
than
didn't
Ben.
get nearly as famous because he wasn't as good looking and he was older.
You think
before.
Ben Stiller's good looking as a man?
Dude, he is way better looking than Jerry Stiller.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's-
Jerry was.
Okay.
Jerry
I
was,
get
okay.
that, but
He's not a bad looking dude. He's a Hollywood dude. He's
It reminds me of Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo's a handsome fella.
I was just trying to. I just don't see Ben Stiller as a good looking.
I mean,
like,
no, he's not
I
good
don't
looking
see,
compared
like-
to Brad Pitt, but he is next to Cody.
yeah, I guess. Touche.
No, okay.
I was just trying to imagine, seeing a poster of Ben Stiller hanging in someone's.
No, nobody. He's not like a sex symbol, but he's a handsome dude. He's just a.
Okay.
I mean, he's a.
I mean,
good
back
looking
whenever
man.
he had
But either
Global
way,
Gym.
Jerry Stiller, like I said, he wasn't nearly as famous as Ben, but he's way funnier.
You don't think he
Yeah.
was? Fucking.
No.
And maybe just to me, but Seinfeld was a huge part of my life.
Yeah, I like Seinfeld.
You know what
Okay,
I
it may
mean?
have been, but Ben Stiller was in movies as a leading man. Jerry Stiller played like a third tier character on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. He was the man.
He was hilarious, and he played a
Festivus.
co-star in King of Queens and stuff, and he was good in that. But like I said, he wasn't leading the show. Ben Stiller was a huge movie star for like 10 years. Like he was in everything that people went to go see.
Okay, I just want to run this down real quick because I've never, as far as like IBMD or whatever you want to call it, I've never looked at his
Yeah.
shit.
The Internet Movie Database, IMDb.
Yeah. So I mean, Seinfeld, of course, is the number one. He was in Hairspray. He was in Zoolander. I mean, come on, that's father.
Well, that
and
was
son.
that was his son's show or movie. So
Yeah.
exactly.
But I mean, I guess you're correct, Zane, because a lot of the stuff I'm seeing is stuff that I've honestly never heard before. But I guess I just always go to. He was in the fucking Lion King.
Well,
was
what
Uncle
voice
Max.
was he? Oh, I don't even know.
Uncle Max and the Lion King.
I
Uncle
think
Max
Cody
and the
just
Lion
made
King.
that up.
I don't remember. Was
The
that
Lion
like
King
the
1
Lion
and a
Guard?
half.
Oh, that's
The
not
Lion
even
King
the
1
Lion
and a
King.
half.
That's not the Lion King.
He was in Sex and the City. But I mean,
Well,
other
shit.
than that,
like, let's don't just list his whole filmography. He wasn't.
Yeah,
nearly
Cody
as-
loves
yeah,
lists.
Yeah, he
I do
loves
fucking
lists.
love lists, but
But
he was an Anchorman.
Probably
I
the
guess.
second one.
yeah, probably
No, he
Anchorman
was in-
1.5.
he was in the- And he was in King of Queens, which I
Well,
never did
which-
fuck with that
which-
show.
Dude, that show is awesome.
Yeah,
Is it worth
Cassie,
watching?
Kevin
Cassie
James is
loves it.
hilarious. So is Leah Remini. They're both hilarious together.
For some reason, I think she's so hot.
I
Still.
think she's one of the coolest people on the planet because she's so anti-Scientology now.
She got sucked in for so
Dude,
long.
well, I listened to her and on an interview she did, and apparently her stepdad got her into it when she was a teenager before she was ever famous or anything. So she was a lifer.
Oh.
Like her mom was like
so
top
she's not
level.
Tom Cruise.
No, she didn't get recruited
Katie.
because she was famous. They just encouraged her once she started becoming an actor. She got to be in their celebrity center and stuff, and like they thrive on celebrities to push out their message to people. Or
Plus
whatever.
the
a great
money.
fucking-
Plus the
yeah,
money.
absolutely. They have to give like everything to the church.
I mean, tie back into Cody saying cult is easy to develop. I mean,
Yeah.
Scientology is a cult.
it's a 100%.
Don't come at
cult.
us because
No, I mean
they're terrifying.
Yeah, we'll
What if
just
they're
change our
right?
name
And Will Smith
continue to talk shit. We don't give a fuck.
I don't think Will Smith
Was
is
Will Smith on
Scientology.
it? He seems like one of those.
No,
guys
man,
that would
he's
be.
like a normal human being. I'm pretty sure you got to be a super weirdo to be a Scientologist.
You think Tom's
Fuck
weird?
Scientologist. Tom
Tom
Cruise
is
like
so
the weirdest
weird.
human being.
Oh,
So weird.
Dude,
He
he's a
banged
he's
Katie.
a lunatic.
I mean, he banged Joey from Dawson's Creek, man.
Well, yeah, that's why like he doesn't get to see his daughter he had with her is
Yeah,
because
'cause
she's
she's-
not a lunatic and she
Yeah.
knows that he is. Like he does. I don't think he's gotten to see that kid like since they split or something.
So
wild
far
like
as
that.
I guess when religion comes, you're putting Scientology way down the fucking list.
Dude, it's not even a religion; it's a cult. All religions are cults. Let's be real.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. I feel like that's a whole podcast to
That
itself.
is a whole podcast, which we will
Where
probably
we
lose
all-
listeners, and Dustin's not going to share with all 700 of his friends. You know?
800.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I agree that all religions to an extent are a cult. And,
But that's so.
but
The
that is
difference
one of
is
the
in
cultiest.
Scientology, their dude he was alive just until a few years ago. Basically,
yeah.
like he's not like Jesus. He didn't.
Well, it's like
die
Mormonism.
2,000 years ago. Yeah, Mormonism's only like 150 years old.
Yeah.
Or something like that. With
Yeah.
Joseph Smith, like getting those tablets in Illinois. Like fuck you, dude. They didn't hide. They didn't hide missing 10 Commandments in Illinois.
The
Like,
only
I'm
reason why I
dead.
know what you're talking about is because of South Park.
Oh,
yeah, that's the best.
only
I know
reason.
it because of Time Suck.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh,
but-
it's a podcast. I hate to give free ads, but Dan Cummins is awesome. He's a great comedian.
I've heard of him.
And he does 2 podcasts. One is Time Suck, where he deep dives into one category
Uh-huh.
with every bit of information. He throws in some comedy. You know, Cody sometimes says he falls asleep because it's over his head, but
It is.
um,
Good shit, though.
but he went into Mormonism in one of them, and I know way too much about Mormonism.
Oh man, it's crazy stuff.
I mean, it's no Jim Jones drink the Kool-Aid,
but it's almost there. Like it's legit, like one of those things where you're blood in, blood out. Like we were
Yeah, it's a
talking
gang.
about earlier, baby.
Yeah. They don't-
Like, they don't fuck with snitches. They don't let people out of the group.
instead of wearing red or blue, they wear white
Yeah,
button-ups and black slacks
a black tie.
and ride your bicycle, motherfucker.
We're South Park fans, right?
Oh yeah.
I haven't
you
watched
im-
South Park in so long.
Can you
Dude,
imagine
it's
the
still
shit
the
you're going to
best.
have to fucking tune into? They got so much shit for the year 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah,
they
that
can
one
produce-
drummer died.
Yeah, the one drummer.
that one drummer died. The Rock's dad, he
Yeah,
died.
I
So
mean,
that's the
They
top
keep
news
giving
story
me
of this
shit
year.
for my list. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys, if I bored you with my list. I thought it was a good fucking list.
No, I'm not trying to give you shit over the list.
Should we go
You-
back over it?
No, you were just trying to tie conspiracy into deaths of celebrities, semi-celebrities at that, other than Kobe,
Yeah.
that had no conspiracy ties. So
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I apologize. But I do want to go. We actually teamed up with Rustic Pine Home Decor. So
Who
what
did?
we have.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Since
So,
when?
fucking surprise, surprise.
Oh yeah.
But
So we getting some tables, or
Yeah,
what are we
no,
getting?
We're
Some cabinets?
I wish they want to build us a hell of a table, but
Well,
these
let
guys.
Did they realize they have to fit through a 2-foot door?
No, we probably fucked up
up
on
the
the
stairs.
2 foot.
Yeah, it's got to be foldable.
But we did team up with these guys. They do amazing work, and we're actually going to be giving away. They picked up some bourbon barrel lids from a place up
yeah,
in Bowling
some,
Green.
Some like cutting boards or something?
No, it's actually it'll still
I mean,
look
we're-
like a
Yeah, but what are we going to use it
What
for?
the hanging on the wall?
They're gonna do something that I didn't want him to fucking do, but they're actually gonna engrave a UK.
Oh, so we're going to get something good.
We're actually gonna give it away.
Why? I'll keep it.
I know you would keep it, but we're actually gonna give it away. So whenever you hear this, we'll be dropping it Thursday. The first person to post on our page,
I want that.
I want that.
Hey, no. I gave a shout out to Twitter last week, and I gave the wrong name a little bit because I didn't add the 1 at the end at Let's BS Podcast 1.
Sweet.
I guess the original is taken, but we got one follower. We got one follower out of
Who's
it.
that?
You don't ask me. She works with Cody. But anyway, we haven't hit the jet ski numbers.
No, we definitely took a little dip, but all 86 of you that listened, fucking thank you.
Right.
We were at right
We're
at
about
200.
135 last time with the other one.
Yeah, which we're up to almost 200. I think we're at like
Yeah.
195, 196.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, thanks guys. We're bullshitting.
We're 3 idiots, 2 idiots, and a partial alien. But go to Twitter. Please go to our Twitter and let's get some numbers up. Let's try to spread the word there. Facebook, it seems like we've got our word out to people that we know. So let's try to get some
So
people
let's hope
that we don't know.
those people need to get people that they know involved with us.
Hey.
That's
Because
the-
we're not doing nothing unless it's y'all. I mean,
right.
we're
The whole
basically,
reason we're even
we're
doing this
basically
is so
sports
people
athletes
enjoy
right
it.
now.
Her name's Shelby Ashley. Thank
Shelby.
you, Shelby, for being our first Twitter follow.
Hey, and Shelby did say if you need anything on reality TV show that she's your bitch.
From We, right? We reality? Is that what she said?
I think she meant to say TV.
Oh, okay.
Tell people we're not going to.
I know she gave a big
shout. I
shout.
have no idea what's going on because I haven't looked at our Twitter.
No,
yeah,
no,
Zane's
she,
taking a
she-
break from
she
social
did that on
media.
Facebook. She said it on Facebook.
Yeah, I've gone social media dark over the last week or so. I think I'm gonna continue it for a while.
It's a bad move when you're trying to promote a
I-
podcast.
it is, but like I don't know. I think it's everybody needs to take a step back every now and again. I think you just get. I got sucked into the point where I was spending every dead minute I had scrolling my fucking news feed, dude.
What are you gonna do in those dead minutes?
I don't know. Pay more attention to my kids or something like that.
I said dead minutes. Like I'm thinking, like they're in bed or whatever.
No, I'm talking like when you have 5 minutes that you get to sit down where one of them's not hassling you for a fucking snack, like.
The greatest 5 minutes of
Yeah,
your day.
exactly. But instead of pulling my phone out and just mindlessly scrolling Facebook, it's been nice to take a step back. I have been occupying my time with a lot of video games and stuff lately, which is just as mind-numbing.
That's
but
just as
well,
bad.
to a certain extent, I think just trying to stay connected like that is exhausting, man. Like, I tell you, it's been beautiful. Like, I'll get on my laptop and get on Facebook at night or whatever for like, I don't know, a few minutes to check my notifications and messages and stuff like that. But, like, it's been beautiful to not even worry about what they say. Like, it's just like, I don't even want to be connected.
See, the difference is I don't care what anybody's saying anyway. I do it really for the news because I watch trash TV. I'm not watching,
Oh, I don't watch news
I
on
don't
TV.
give a flying fuck what anybody thinks of me on social media.
Well, we
That is
clearly know
obvious.
that. Absolutely,
Please
he
follow
doesn't.
Cody on Facebook.
Yeah, follow Cody on Facebook,
and
for
you
a
will
wild
know
ride.
so much that he does not care what anyone thinks.
No.
Cody Russell.
Fuck no. But isn't it weird how all porn has gone to like stepbrother and stepsister? Did y'all fill that in with your dead time?
What? Hold on a second. Where did we go from there? Like, how do we get there?
Is it not weird though?
That's not how I feel in my dead time.
I don't look at porn.
Yeah, porn is
don't either.
for
I'm just
unchristian
like-
boys.
Yeah, weirdos look at porn, right?
I mean, it's a natural evolution. If you really want to get it down into the subject, let's talk about it.
For stepchild or stepchild porn?
Yeah, it's taboo. It's like think about it. Porn at first it was like, hey, let's watch two people do it. That'll be great, And then after
first it was let's see this chick naked or
yeah,
this guy
exactly.
naked.
Internet porn started with pictures, but
Yeah.
basically, like for most folks at least.
Yeah,
But
dial
then-
up, it's hard to get a video.
Exactly. It took a long time to download a video on a 56K modem, buddy.
Yeah.
But
Not that I know.
But yeah, exactly. I would never do
I
that.
have no clue.
But no, I think just it got so saturated and it just got to where everybody started needing a little ramp up or something. Like I don't know.
But your
but,
stepchildren?
yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not really related, Cody. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're all actors
They're
and
all
actresses.
actors, even if it's like mom and son, like not even step, like they're not really the mom and son in the movie.
Even if
you
it
know
says
that.
amateur,
So we're being lied
They're-
to?
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
man.
they're getting paid.
It says amateur, they're not really amateur.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody is accidentally getting recorded on a casting couch and put out into the world like that. Like,
I kind of felt sorry for those girls at first because I was like, well, they don't know what's going on.
Did that make you finish quicker or?
No, I felt
which one did
That tweak your torch, Cody?
well, I mean,
Ooh,
I guess,
yeah, oppression, baby, give it to her.
I guess the thrill of it, but I like I showed this podcast to my parents. And
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look at this. But if you made a
But
porn,
do you show the porn?
if you made a porno, would you be like, hey, mom, check out your boy?
Absolutely not, 100%. I'm not confident enough that to even go into porn, but if I was, I definitely wouldn't tell my family about it.
No.
So, Dustin, you wouldn't share this with your 800 followers if you were on?
My porn or my podcast? Because either one, it was tough. Haven't ever made a porn, but I don't think I'd share that on Facebook either.
I don't think I would either.
But fuck, boys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Let's end it on a high note.
Let's
Let's
end
wrap it up like a good porno.
But hey, we do want to appreciate y'all for listening and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are our handles on Twitter?
Oh man, you're gonna make me look it up. At Let's BS Podcast 1 on Twitter,
We're a Let's BS podcast on Facebook.
and look for the same picture that you see on Facebook. If you already follow us on Facebook, it's there. Trying to get a little bit more involved in Instagram. I made a couple posts. My first Instagram post ever.
They were pretty good.
Were
I've
they?
never made
Yeah,
one.
you need to get a picture of this fucking light.
You know what? As fucked up as it is, that was my childhood bedroom light.
It's badass.
We have a nice bush beer light. Maybe
Pool
Dustin
light.
will. Maybe you'll be lucky enough if Dustin will take a picture of it. That if you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to see this awesome pool table bush beer light.
Yeah, I'll post the picture of the.
Hey, and if you
the
think
light.
that we need to fucking, I don't know.
Dude, fuck their advice. We're just gonna sit up here and do what we do, and hopefully people will like it.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna say what they want to hear.
I feel like they have.
Well, that's true. We're
Yeah.
not looking to necessarily please every listener, but
No.
we do want people to listen.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
And
whole
we
point of doing
appreciate
it.
the feedback.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, it lets us know that there's some real people out there, not just hitting download and walking away.
Like I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I want to
We
get
do
famous
listen to
enough
this
that
a
I can
lot.
disappear, man.
You
Just
gotta be unfamous to disappear.
Just famous enough that I've got to worry.
Just enough to keep you on your toes,
Yeah,
like
'cause I
like
get-
childhood soccer star kind of level.
Yeah,
like it
I-
might take you a few years
I
before
would get
somebody
really
notices.
lazy if it was just me. But we cut you off, man. Sorry, Cody. Your bourbon barrel tops. Let's split it up.
You want to split it up?
Let's put one of them on Facebook and let's put one of them on Twitter.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I like
And let's see. Just put hashtag Let's BS Podcast 1 or at Let's BS Podcast 1. Give us a shout out so that way all your followers see it on Twitter.
First person to do that wins the.
Which one?
that. I say they win the T-shirt.
All right,
Win
they
the t-shirt. All right.
And
First person on Facebook that posts.
that shares our page and
That's-
tells people to listen to it.
See, I'm not even telling them they gotta share our page.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing this for.
I mean,
I'm
I
doing
was
this for
just as
the
embarrassed
people.
as they are
Yeah,
for liking this.
Yeah.
but the first person to comment or post on the wall or post on the group, fucking anything. Just anything. You're gonna win a
Bourbon
UK
barrel with UK engraved.
with
on
a
it.
UK engraved on
Cool.
us from
That
Rustic
sounds
Pine Home Decor.
So gonna post before all you guys.
But
We know
anyway,
it's coming out. So.
but anyway, did you guys got anything else? Or are we gonna
No,
wrap
stay
it up?
tuned. Wait for our next episode too.
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we will see you again next week.